Welcome to Soul Cultures. Today is October 31st. It's a day of Halloween in some places, and exploring, or more like reckoning with this season, and what does this mean culturally through rhizomatic networks and associations between this physical plane and the spiritual plane, spirits and our ancestors. And our relationships, all of our relationships with each other. Okay, these cards coming through. This is the crown. And this is mosaic. So to me, I'm thinking of, as I was saying that, as I was shuffling and pulling these cards, I was thinking about our relations with spirit and how different cultures have almost like different domains or different realms, different essences of spirits, some being more malefic, and this crown and mosaic aspects coming through are making me think of also like cosmic spirits from other planets and stars and galaxies and solar systems, and what does it mean for us, for our crown chakra and connection with our most auspicious alignment with our star spirit. And it's like that combined with like this mosaic, because we all have our different interconnections and relations with spirit. We all have different language and dimensions that we're engaging with. And so how do we create a mosaic through our connection with divine source? For me, it's been this feeling of breathing. When the pads of my feet are touching the ground, and any thoughts I'm pushing into the ground, into the void, to be received by the earth. Any thought, mental images, memories are being pushed into the ground for the earth to receive and recycle that energy. And as I breathe in, it's this feeling of earth energy. And as I exhale, it's like receiving my star beam connection down, and they're meeting in my heart. And so it's like receiving, it's like reciprocity in both ways, like expounding on itself. And not only does that keep me grounded in the present moment of where I am, but it also brings clarity and energy through my interconnectivity. So it's, the clarity is less about, we got a few cards, the clarity is less about knowing everything and more about or what I was going to say, the clarity is less about like my interconnections of my mind and my thoughts, and it's more about just knowing that it's like an existential clarity of like being held and centered within the earth and the cosmos. And then bringing that deep sense that's at my core, the very core of my being, into all that I engage with life. And so we have a few cards here that fell out. This one, Passionate Ascension. I feel like we've gotten that before. This one, Integrity. It's kind of dark. Integrity. And this one is Sweetness. So what does this mean? On this day, in this moment, moving through the present moment where I am connecting with you. It's like the sweetness of passionate ascension through integrity, because it fell out in this order. So it's like the sweetness of passionate ascension through integrity. Integrity is the through channel. So part of, as I was saying, like, oh yeah, moving, what I was saying before, part of the question that was emerging for me was around the need to clarify that I think that integrity is like this key between sweetness and passionate ascension. And then, and in that, I feel like there's this, like, because it reckons with intentions. I think integrity goes beyond intentions, because you could have intentions to do something, but if you're doing something with integrity, you're not only acknowledging your intentions, you're acknowledging everything in your awareness, how the impact is coming across, and your own felt sense of what it is that you're sensing that your body needs, or for me, if I'm sensing what my body needs and my intentions. Sensing what my body needs in the moment brings me back to this space of integrity and awareness, and this deep knowing that that is the sweet path to ascension. And ascension meaning this feeling of being lifted in the dance in like in the pleasure of existence and being alive. And it's like, it feels really like fiery. Something that's moving and transforming. Intentions doesn't really come into that experience as by itself. It's accompanied by integrity and being able to flow with all that's in one's awareness. And so I'm feeling called to speak for my subconscious a little bit, because I believe that the subconscious is a form of expression that has integrity embedded into it, because it's not filtered through a linear conglomeration of intentions or like expectations. That's not quite the word I want to say, but let's move into that. Subconscious mind, speaking from my heart, the eyes of my heart opening within, seeing this soft light touching panels around me. This geometric box is more than a box, is a polyrhythmic conglomeration of methods of worlds meant to dominate or control, perceived by a reality that is unbeknownst to me, except for when I listen, hurling through the wind, down the grassy hill, carpets of grass, digging up, alas, digging up the subtle, fragile surface network of fragmented beings, whose fragments have not listened, and their ears are curling like a dried leaf falling from a tree. The ears curling, becoming the dust, becoming the soil, becoming rock. The ears themselves have become the story. The ears themselves have become what we hear if we were to listen to the rocks of my fragmentation, shallowed down the halls of the waterfall, seeing the waterfall ripple, seeing my rippling reflection, the soul culture of my ear, of this year, of the next year. When will be the time to gather with the ancestors? If not now, then when? If not with you, then with who? If not with each other, then with myself, with my ancestors, with myself, with the stars above, the screaming chimes saying, "We are free! We are drowning in the sea of plastic." The sea of plastic. Our ancestors that have been screaming from the plastics, screaming from the oil wells. Surrounded by my ancestors, I find myself surrounded. Their essences speak through my dreams. It would take lifetimes to hear all of their stories. It would take lifetimes to integrate them and weave into a cosmology of resilience through our webs. Our webs, disembodied, hollow trees. Where have their spirits gone from the networks? Clogging the veins of the earth until we listen. Clogging until we listen. Stations, channels backed up from oblivion, escaping the reality of my core, feeling into the fringes of my edges, boiling another lamb, chopped from the glimpsing, sirens smoking, essence smelling, cars. Where do you go? My dear, where do you go to? On the roads that you travel, that blanket the earth in suffocation. The roads you travel, the highway of your mind, disheveled. I travel in my mind, here, hearing through the slow movement, hearing through the subtleties. When I have moments, when I make space for them to emerge, they come through, speaking through my silence. If this is all an illusion, and the compass of my heart-mind is directing this illusion. If the illusion is a dream, a lucid dream, the feeling that I am drawn to, the feeling that I draw to me, witnessing without judgment, relinquishing skies, highways, minds, dieways, relinquishing as the wisdom of pain reveals the magic of life. If this is an illusion, if this is a dream, what is liberation? And what is clarity between? Will you weave with me what is seen and unheard? Will you listen with me to shape our worlds from our spaces within, percolating in the void of my womb? The tenderness, my capacity for tenderness, May we birth tenderness. As the most subtlest voice within is the most powerful. Thank you.